Okay, this video is going to be an instructional video for putting the DeepOnion wallet on Tails persistent volume. First, if you're not familiar with DeepOnion, I would suggest going to the website deeponion.org. Have a look around. You'll see some of the features of DeepOnion, and if you scroll down you'll see the white paper. I would strongly suggest reading that and take a look at the accomplishments that DeepOnion has had and the roadmap for future development and information on the coin. And you can download the wallet for Mac, Windows, and Linux. Deep Vault for verification of images and documents. Vote Central for making decisions by the community at this point. May be expanded further in the future. There's 13,000 members of DeepOnion, and there are almost 1,000 Vote Central members. And in the area where you download the wallets, DeepOnion does have an Android wallet. You can take your onions with you wherever you go, buy, sell, trade, whatever you want to do. Several exchanges where you can buy DeepOnion. More exchanges are coming. The latest news on what's happening. Stealth addresses are now activated, so you can make anonymous transactions. And then there's general links for things you might need. A couple of these we'll use a little later. Before installing in Tails, this is a brand new Tails setup. The only thing I've added is software to make this video, and we are going to install shortly. You will want your persistence turned on, so when you first fire up Tails for the first time, you go to Applications, System Tools, Configure Persistent Volume. Now, when I set up a Tails drive, I select everything persistent. I'm not worried about my identity being found out or anything. You will have to decide which ones you want to turn on or not. The one you will have to have is personal data turned on, and I would strongly suggest dot files if this is going to be your DeepOnion wallet drive, because I think in the future we will be using persistence in the dot files. You may want some of these others left turned on. That's up to you. So to get started, we'll go to where it is all described. Nezero, one of the developers on DeepOnion, came up with this list of commands for the installation of the wallet. If you don't use my script, you can go through, you can copy and paste into a terminal each command one by one and execute it. You will have to use sudo quite a bit, and you will be entering the sudo password many times, so when you're booting into Tails, you may want to use a short and easy password, at least for the session where you are installing the DeepOnion wallet. Okay, so I already have a script. I call it install173.sh. If you want to do it the same way, you can copy and paste the script. It'll be in the comments section of this video, and just run it. And then if you read it, at the end there will be another little script that you will run each time after a reboot to set up your firewall and your link for your link to the program DeepOnion QT. It's not in here yet because we haven't installed it yet, but it will be. One word of caution and warning: do your own research. Tails is produced with a certain amount of anonymity and security, and we will be making changes to the firewall and adding software that has not been approved by the Tails development team. So the decision is up to you whether to proceed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'll show you the script. Like I say, you'll want to look at the script and make sure I didn't put anything sneaky in there or anything like that. It's fairly well commented, so you'll know what's going on. I copied and pasted pretty much everything from the official instructions on the site down to about this point. This information right here is also included there, but I have a little bit more description and instructions on making life a little bit easier whenever you restart it. So anyway, we'll go ahead and close that, and I'll show you just how quick and easy it is to install DeepOnion Wallet 1.7.3 on the latest version of Tails 3.8. We will execute the install file, and it already asked me for my password. I'll put that in. It'll ask me again. It'll do this about 8 times. It'll ask for the password while you are installing, and you'll see everything goes fairly quickly. And now it is actually downloading and installing. So it might be 10 or 11 times. Now it's downloading and installing. Before it was downloading keys to access repositories. My mistake. But still fairly quick. Installing a few other things that the wallet will require to run. Take about a minute to download. While that's downloading, we'll go ahead and if you have any questions or problems, go to the forum, deeponion.org community. You can also access that from the main front page. You don't have to. I would advise, well, you would have to create an account to ask, I believe. Create a free account. Just say no. Create my account, and then it'll take you to a page. You'll make a username, put in an email address, create a password. You'll have to put your year of birth. You don't have to put the day. You'll want to put an Onion wallet address. If not immediately, then as soon as you can. And if you have one, put in your Bitcoin Talk user ID. If you're not a member of Bitcoin Talk, it might be advantageous to join, because sometimes there are giveaways and contests and tasks that you'll want to have that. So also, there's the resource page. We'll be coming here later for creating our configuration file and for downloading the blockchain to make the synchronization a little bit quicker. Quite a bit, actually. So, our wallet is installed at this point. We still can't run it because there's a couple things we need to do. And we will find that information on here. In order to have it start directly from the program link, we will need to change the desktop entry to read exactly like this. So what we will do is call up our terminal. We will use sudo because we'll need it to write in the directory where we're going to be. That's going to be in USR share applications oops, forgot one thing. We actually need a program to edit it with. So sudo nano USR share applications DeepOnionQT.desktop, and we'll have to put in our password. And all we really need to do is change this line so we will copy and paste so that we don't make any typos. We will save that by hitting Control X. Yes. Okay, that's part of what we needed to do. Now we need to edit the firewall rules. We'll also use sudo for that. We will scroll down to this point, and we will copy and paste from the official DeepOnion website instructions. We'll paste that in. It's up to you. I like to make everything line up with what's previously there. I don't think you have to, but it does make reading the file later a little easier if you need to go back and change anything or correct anything. So again, we'll exit the editor, Control X, Y, enter. Okay, now we need to make that firewall configuration take effect. We'll use sudo again, firm, the name of the firewall, and the configuration we want to run, rules, and at this point we should be ready to click our link, and the wallet fires up, and it is loading the block index. And I made a mistake. I did copy over my persistent folder. I just realized that I have a .DeepOnion folder in my persistent directory, which you will not have. Your wallet, if you are installing for the first time, will start really quickly, but will take a long time to synchronize. But I'm going to show you a couple things in a minute to make your synchronization go a little quicker. In fact, we'll do that now while I'm waiting on the wallet to finish verifying. If you go to the DeepOnion resource page, it's not going to let me, oh, there we go. You'll see a link for DeepOnion nodes and DeepOnion conf. So if you click on that, you will copy and paste these nodes into a file named deeponion.conf. So I will show you. This is what my .deeponion folder looks like, and you'll see a file right here, deeponion.conf. So you won't need sudo. And you will want yours to look like this. Now the RPC user is, if you want to use the DeepOnion daemon named deeponion.deeponiond, and you'll need a RPC user username and password. You can pretty much make up anything in there. I just use what they recommended to use and put that in. These two lines. Okay, my wallet is fired up, and it should be connecting any second now, hopefully, unless I made a mistake somewhere. Well, we will assume, we'll give it a minute, but we'll assume that I made a mistake somewhere, and try that again in a minute. I did, okay, but anyway, back to this. You will copy in the nodes. Looks a little different than mine because this is probably newer than mine. So we'll go ahead and exit out of there. And I did... oh, I see. Oh, no, I don't. Okay. I'll have to find out in a minute here what's going on. Things happen when you go live. But, okay. And the other thing we will want off of the resources page I think that's the right one. Okay, I guess we did it right. It just took a little bit for it to hook up. Sometimes it takes a little longer than others. I've had it hook up almost instantly, and I've had it take 5 to 10 minutes. So anyway, we have 2 active connections. We are connected over the Tor network. The wallet is locked at this time, and of course we are not staking because the wallet is locked. It'll take a minute or so, a couple of minutes to synchronize. If you boot into Tails once a week, you can figure it'll probably take anywhere from 10 minutes to half an hour to synchronize. My experience has been that it takes about 5 minutes a day that you are not connected to the network for it to synchronize completely. A couple of things show while we're waiting is if you click on Help and Debug window on the information page, you'll see that the DeepOnion blockchain is synchronized now. Yes, it is. And that it's guaranteed by the Bitcoin blockchain. Every so often they submit the hash to the Bitcoin blockchain, where it will be for all eternity, to make sure that everything is verified and on the good. Then you have your console where you can type in commands. If you type help, it'll give you a list of commands. See what the network traffic looks like and how many peers you're hooked up to, and the information on those peers. Excuse me. So our wallet is synced. I'll unlock it. It'll take a minute or two for it to unlock, or to show that it's unlocked. And for some reason we're not getting back to our resource page. Let's try just reloading that. And then while we're waiting, I will oh, here. So to make your synchronization a little quicker, you'll want to go to the resource page and then click on download the blockchain. If you download the blockchain, it should take less than an hour. If you synchronize from scratch, it took me about 6 to 8 hours the last time I did it. So if you have the time and it's going to be overnight or something, you can just let it download the blockchain naturally, or go download the blockchain and put the files where they need to go. Like I say, if you run into any problems on the website, go to the forum. There's tutorials, there's video tutorials, you can ask a question. There's all kind of people willing to help get your wallet live and starting to stake and make you onions. My staking weight is 7. Of course, this is on tails, so it's not on all the time. There's not much in my account on here, on this wallet, so it's pretty low. But anyway, that'll be it for now. And if I think anything else, I'll include it in the comments or add another video later. Thank you for watching, and enjoy your wallet.